Hey there, hi there, ho there. This is Anthony from Anthium, and I'm playing Bloodborne because it's something I know.
Oh,
I
yeah.
actually tried. No,
Pale
shut up.
blood.
Yep, skipping that. Um, I'm doing this because I had tried making a video right before this. It was on a game I've never played before and knew nothing about, and oh gosh, suffice to say, it was a disaster. Because I kind of babbled on for a while about nothing because I didn't know what I was doing. So now I'm playing a game I'm heavily more familiar with, Bloodborne. Woo! Um, so I'm just gonna make this character. I'm sorry, I'm bad at typing while I speak. That's totally my bad. So we're just gonna be playing Bros of McGee. I guess I'm gonna be a let's go. You know what? Let's go with a skill build this time around. I usually play strength builds, but I mean, let's just have some fun. Go with a skill build this time. Even though there's no good skill weapons in this. Until you get into the far later game stuff. I'm gonna try to stop saying so much. So yeah, I'm sort of like a pseudo veteran of the Souls series. I played through the vast majority of Dark Souls 1 and Dark Souls 2 and Bloodborne already, but I've actually never managed to complete a single one, and I'm embarrassed of that. I'm running one of my saves right now in
Good.
Bloodborne that's gonna... Oh dear. I'm running one of my saves in Bloodborne right now that I'm going to beat the game with. And I'm going to start up soon after this a Dark Souls 2 save and then a Dark Souls 1 save, and I'm going to beat them all before Dark Souls 3 comes out. I need to seek Pale Blood to transcend the hunt. I'm actually a person from a faraway land seeking magical blood that can heal any sickness. And so that's why I've come to the city of Yharnam to seek pale blood so that I can heal all my illnesses. So, if anyone does not know, the Souls games are notorious for being insanely difficult. Like that right there. Yeah, that's a typical enemy. Come on. Oh god, I'm doing poorly right now. Come on, bud. Come on, bud. Oh dear, I'm stuck on this stuff. Oh no, 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 no. I've never actually... Oh, there we go. I was about to say, I've never actually killed that thing in the first room. And I was going to try. And that's what I get for trying. So more fun information for no reason. The loading screens used to just be disgustingly long, and on top of that didn't have item descriptions to read. So you just sat there staring at the Bloodborne logo for a solid minute, minute and a half, every single time the game loaded in a new area. So I mean, that was fun. I'm going to take the Threaded Cane, because even though it is the worst starting weapon, it is, however, the first skill-based weapon of the game. All weapons in the Souls games in general, which are your Bloodborne, Dark Souls, etc., are going to operate on your basic stats. Your skill, strength, it's usually dex instead of skill. All those things. And so different weapons scale or become stronger when you have a higher one of those stats. This weapon scales C with, you know, the hand, and that's your skill. Which means if I have higher skill, it'll deal more damage, simply put. So that's why you have your different builds, your skill builds, your strength builds, etc. I usually run strength builds because they're brutally overpowered. I'm going to try a skill build, even though skill builds are generally bad in this game, because there aren't any good skill weapons. This is the cane sword, or threaded cane, or whatever. It's got a basic cane strikes, like this, shabams, big heavy like that, good old stabby stab. And then all the weapons in this game have two modes. This one becomes a whip. And I whip it. Watch me whip it. Watch me nay-nay. Yeah, fun stuff like that. And then I have a gun in my left hand, which deals almost no damage. You know, like in the real world. And with this super cool tech, I actually use the gun for parrying, which I'll show you. I'll show you parrying. Loading screens. So the cool thing about loading screens now is that they give you item descriptions, and a lot of the game's lore or a lot of the game's history and things like that are actually found in the item descriptions. So it is actually a lot of fun to read these during loading screens. I like them very much. I'll go back up here. There's a lady, Yosefka, in the room we started in.
Are you? Then I am. I know, please.
She tells us about how she cannot let us in.
Go, and good hunt.
But she wishes us the best of luck. She's taking care of her patients and doesn't want us mucking it up. Which we would most likely do, considering typically in Souls games you murder pretty much everything around you. Like that. Oh yeah, I can gun parry. Doing gun parries. Okay, time to show your gun. Oh, do I have bullets? Yeah, I have bullets. And I can do this. Bish bash bosh, that is a gun parry. Notice the gun itself did very little damage, but then I shoved my fist into his face hole and ripped out his spleen. And just like that, gun parries. So much fun. And so this game is going to be difficult. However, I am fairly used to it, so it won't be too bad. However, I am not necessarily good at video games in general, so it still won't be easy. I'm no speedrunner. I like this game. It opens you right up to a big archway in Yharnam, Central Yharnam specifically, and it's really nice to just look out and see this first skyline in Yharnam. Especially since that right up there is where your first boss fight takes place. There's one really, really important thing. It's not important, but it's nice and noticeable in general game design. When you enter into an area and immediately see your goal. You don't yet know that that place is your goal, but it's nice to see it there. It gives the entire area, the entire map, you know, your first level, per se, a nice sense of spatial reasoning, because you look at it and you go, okay, right now I'm here, and somehow I need to get there. Oh dear. And now I'm just dying because I'm thinking and talking, and I shouldn't think or talk. So a lot of good things about this game. The one big thing that's present in Dark Souls 1 and not present in Dark Souls 2 due to its other directors, essentially an entire studio working on it. This gate connects to a spot later on in the game. It's closed right here, but once I get to it, I can open it from the other side. That way I can run from the spawn point over, you'll see it in a second up there, down through here. It's a shortcut. These games have a lot of fun game design like that, to the point in which it really, really makes the maps complex and fun and amazing. That is the sound of the first boss I will be fighting. The Cleric Beast, for those of you who do not know. Lamps are, if you've played Dark Souls, your bonfires. If you've played Bloodborne, they're lamps. They're essentially your spawn points. When you die, you come back there, and you can transport to where I was before, where I picked up the weapons, the Hunter's Dream. From there, that acts as sort of your world hub, the Hunter's Dream. Oh gosh, wow! This is actually not a half-bad weapon. I take back what I said. It's crappy as a whip. I'll show you, but it's actually not that bad as the game. Oh, actually, wow, I'm just eating my words. This is actually really good damage. I'm sorry I ever bad talked to you, dreaded team. It's like boom, 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 boom. Okay, okay, it takes more hits. That's not too bad. So yeah, these are your basic Yhanamites. Essentially, just a little bit of background on the lore is, and I'll explain more as I play through the game, I guess. That's a decent way to do it. Your essential idea here is that you had this blood, this infectious blood that the healing church got from somewhere, and it's healing everything. It's making everyone better, healing all wounds, healing all illnesses and diseases, which in a good old medieval land is really convenient. However, downside, it makes people into beasts. They get elongated arms, fur everywhere, and it's not a fun time to have. Oh god. Oh dear. Oh my. Holy shit. I deserve that. I deserve that. I suck. However, I got blood vials out of it, so I mean, you know, not totally a waste. And I killed him. So essentially, he will drop two things. He's actually totally optional. You have no need to fight him. He will, if you just walk past him, he'll just sit right over here and do nothing to you. It's only when you enter his area that he gets, you know, aggro. He will either drop 3 blood vials, or he will, I believe, drop a bloodstone shard, which is your upgrade material, to make your weapons stronger. So it's nice to, every once in a while, go back to him, kill him a couple times, farm him for items, because every time you hit a lamp, all the enemies do respawn. So fun time is had by all. Those are Molotov cocktails. Beasts being very fleshy in, I don't know, design, build, whatever. Are naturally very weak to fire. So it's always good to use Molotov cocktails and things like that. It will burn them good. He's hiding right there because the idea is you're supposed to run over, pick up that item, and then go, oh dear, there's an enemy right behind me, and he takes me out while I'm picking up that bloodstone shard. Good map design goes a long way. Good enemy placement is just as useful. So mash up my brains. That is pleasant. Okay, now I come up behind these guys. They're gonna aggro me. So I'll just get my whip out. Because the one upside to having this POS whip is that the range on it is actually phenomenal. These are notes. Notes are led by other people. Be wary of ambush. That's because I'd walk over here. The guy that was sitting right there gets up, he starts shooting at me, and then I get wrecked. Absolutely. Oh gosh. Absolutely wrecked. Come on, guys. Come on. Come on. Fight me. Fight me. Oh gosh, gotta go. Gotta go fast. I'm gonna move the heck out of here. That's not a situation I want to be in. Oh gosh, that's Peter's. Why are you doing this to me? I did not ask this. Oh, more Molotovs. Symbol you saw next to the Molotovs right there is the symbol of it goes into your special fancy box in the Hunter's Dream. Oh dear. Timer's up. That means this video is nearing an end. Hunter's Dream, you have a special item box in which you store all your extra items and things. So that way you can have, you know, 500 of each item, even though you can only carry 20 Quicksilver bullets, 20 of your blood vials or healing items, stuff like that. It's a really nice thing. So, now that I'm at the end, I'm going to have to stop this recording. Sayonara, my friendos. Anthium, I'm Anthony, Bloodborne, woo, part 1, done, fun.